It's no secret that here on our channel, we test a lot of gear to help families and kids get outside more. Now, every now and then, we'll come across something that is an absolute winner. And today I want to talk about one of those. Here we're going to talk about the Reima Stavanger Snowsuit. We have tested so many kids' snowsuit, and this is hands down the absolute best that we've ever found, and I want to show you why. Now, before I get going, I want to be clear. This isn't just a short test that we've run. Our kids have been wearing Reima Stavanger snowsuits for years. We've had several of these, and every single one of them has just performed fantastically. So I'm confident in saying that this is the absolute best kids' snowsuit. Now, I'm going to show you some of the features that we really, really love about this snowsuit and that make it stand out above the competition. There are a few things that make this snowsuit an absolute winner and stand out above all of the others. First of all, it's super warm and super waterproof so that your kids can stay out all day long and they're not going to be cold or wet during the day. Next, it's really, really abrasion resistant. Reima tests all of their gear for kids to tell you how durable it's going to be. And this is the most abrasion resistant snowsuit that they made. And I can attest to that. We've got 4 boys who are playing hard in their gear all winter long. And this has stood up to the test so well. In fact, my youngest outgrew his snowsuit last year, and we passed it down to a cousin. When I gave it to my sister-in-law, she thanked me for the brand new snowsuit. We had worn it for years, and my kids had played so hard in it, but the quality was so good that you couldn't see the wear in the fabric. So if you're looking for a snowsuit that you can pass down, this is the one. Another feature that I really like about this snowsuit is that the finish is dirt repellent. I know, isn't that brilliant? Shouldn't everything for kids be that way? So it's gonna get dirty. My kids are gonna be out playing in like a muddy, snowy area. They're gonna come in all muddy. Once it dries, we just wipe it down and the snowsuit is in great shape again. This is a game changer, especially if you have kids who play really hard, like my kids do. This snowsuit right here is the largest that Reima makes for the Stavanger. It's a size 10 for kids, and this is what my 10-year-old is wearing. He wore it as a 9-year-old, and he can probably still wear it again as an 11-year-old. It runs a little bit large, so consider that when you're buying it. As a mom, I really love the adorable fur trim. It's actually removable, so if your child doesn't like it, it can just zip off like this. But it does a really good job of keeping snow out of their eyes if they're going to be outside playing when it's snowing really hard, which my kids often are. So they'll put their hood on even when they normally wouldn't wear a hood with another coat because it does such a good job of helping protect them from the snow. I also really love the hood because it's adjustable right here, so it can cinch down to be tighter or a little bit looser. And if your kids aren't a big fan of the hood, it just snaps off right here. So they can wear it with or without the hood, with or without the fur trim. Like I mentioned, the Reima Stavanger snowsuit does run a little bit big. However, to help kids kind of get a little bit of a tighter, more customized fit, there is an adjustable elastic at the waist here so that you can tighten it up. It's a lot like you're going to find in your kids' waistband of their pants. So if they want a tighter or a looser fit, you can adjust this right here. Inside of the snowsuit, you're going to find a little pocket right here. This is perfect for stashing things that they don't want to get wet, or if your kids are like mine, this is where they're putting their snacks. On the outside, you'll find 2 pockets at the waist, 1 on each side. And down at the bottom, this is one of the true gems that I love about Reima snowsuits. Now, the cuff at the bottom can be tightened or loosened. Right here, there's a little snap right here that you can tighten if you want to do it. But the real gem is this silicone boot strap. Now, this is designed to let the snow pant go over your kids' boots, and this goes underneath their foot. What that means is that this snowsuit is not coming up. Their kids are not going to get snow up through the bottom of their pant legs here because this is going to keep it down all the time. And that is such a game changer. This might be a feature that you don't love as much as I do, but if you want to, you can easily remove it right here with the button. Now the cuff isn't super big, so you just need to keep that in mind. My kids wear this all the time, but it is a little bit of a tighter fit to get over their ski boots. It does still work, but sometimes they need a little bit of help to get it over that boot because it needs to stretch pretty far. Now, if you're looking to be sustainable and eco-conscious, this is also a fantastic snowsuit. In fact, most of the things that Reima makes are really, really sustainably made, and so we love supporting them as a company. So here in this snowsuit, all of the insulation is actually made of recycled material, which is such a great feature. This suit is also Blue Sign certified, so it's a great environmentally friendly option. Now, from a mom perspective, one thing that makes this snowsuit so great is that there's a really smooth polyester lining right here. And what that means is that it's so easy for kids to get this on and off. My youngest started wearing this around age 3, and because it was such a smooth lining, he could just slide it on and slide it off so easily and completely get himself dressed for snow play, which as a mom is such a game changer. Having your kids be able to get their own snow gear on is almost unheard of. And so having these snowsuits where they can just slide them on, slide them off, it's amazing. Now, my kids have been wearing these snowsuits. Like I said, they've been wearing these for years, and we wear them for everything. This is their go-to when it's really, really cold. Truthfully, when it's kind of warmer spring temperatures, sometimes they feel a little bit warm and they're gonna wanna unzip it a little bit. But when we're in really cold conditions out on the mountain and we're skiing, it's gonna be super windy, super cold. My kids are grabbing their Reima snowsuits because this is what's gonna keep them really warm. We've worn this in all sorts of conditions. My kids have actually even worn this when it was raining. And because all of the seams on the inside are taped and sealed, they've never gotten wet. It's got a 10,000 waterproof and breathability rating. So it's fantastic for those really nasty conditions when you need your kids to stay warm and dry, but the weather's just not cooperating with you. When kids wear a snowsuit, they actually do stay warmer because there's not that gap at the waist where snow and wind can get in, and mostly that heat can get out. So when they're wearing a snowsuit, they really are going to stay a lot warmer than when they're wearing a coat and snow pants separately. So if your kids get really cold, this is an excellent option. This is also one of Reima's warmest snowsuits. So if you need something that can really stand up to the elements and that you can put to the test, this is the one. Now my kids are using this to build snow forts. They're taking it on the playground at school. They're wearing them skiing. These have been put to the test over and over and over again. And every single time, they impress me. So if you're looking for the absolute best snowsuit on the market, the Reima Stavanger for kids is the way to go.